We begin in the Middle East. Lebanon-based Hezbollah has threatened to invade northern Israel should a full-scale war break out between the two foes. And Hezbollah's leaders say new weapons would be used against Israeli forces.
Israel has to wait for us on the ground, in the air, and in the sea. We have said this before, and I will say again today. If the war is imposed on Lebanon, the resistance will fight without control, without rules, and without a ceiling. Of course, we fought with part of our weapons, and we now have new weapons, but I won't say what they are. When the decision is made, they will be seen on the front lines.
Now, these remarks come amid soaring tensions at the Lebanon-Israel border. And meanwhile, Israeli officials say they're ready to launch an all-out war inside Lebanon to eliminate the Iran-backed group.
We are completing the land and air readiness, strengthening the intelligence systems, and preparing for any possibility. We have to remember the basic situation, that Hezbollah started a war against us, even if limited, on the October 8th, a day after Hamas, and since then it has not stopped it, and in that sense, we have an obligation to change the situation in the north and return the citizens safely to their homes, and we will find the way to do this action. Because when I look at the citizens and I meet them, both their representatives and the people, they have an expectation, and I think it is justified, and we will have to implement it.
Now, Israel's foreign minister also called out Hezbollah for releasing surveillance drone footage showing the port of Haifa, which is operated by foreign companies from China and India. The Hezbollah chief also suggested he may send ground forces into Israeli territory and issued a warning to Cyprus, which he claimed was allowing Israel to conduct military exercises within its territory.
In one word, and in this international platform, Cyprus should be warned that opening Cypriot bases and airports to the Israelis to target Lebanon means that the Cypriot government has become part of the war. And the resistance will deal with Cyprus as if it is part of the war.
Now, the Cypriot president refutes these claims, saying his island nation was in no way involved in military operations in the region. He also added that Cyprus wants to be a part of the solution and not the problem. Now, amid heightened tensions, the United States is striving to calm the situation in the region. In fact, on Tuesday, an American diplomat said President Joe Biden is trying to avert a greater war along the border between Israel and Lebanon.
The conversations that I had here today in Beirut and the ones that I had yesterday in Israel, both are being conducted because the situation is serious. We have seen an escalation over the last few weeks, and what President Biden wants to do is to avoid a further escalation to a greater war. That is the effort here. It will take everyone's interest in ending this conflict now, and we believe that there is a pathway diplomatically to do it, if the sides agree to it. But this is a very serious situation that we are in.
Now, Hezbollah recently said that it has carried out more than 2,000 military operations against Israel since Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu launched his offensive in Gaza in October of last year. Hezbollah is a key ally of Hamas and says it will continue to target Israel until the war in Gaza is stopped. However, with no plans to end the war in Gaza, it seems Israel is staring at another war along its northern border. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.